Hello, folks, and welcome back to WRA, Wayne's Relationship Advice. Now, if you haven't already, please subscribe, like, and share. Please subscribe to my channel. Alright, so letter, today's letter is from a young lady, and it's entitled, I Don't Love Him Anymore. So this is what she wrote. I am 22 years old and I got pregnant when I was 16. I have been with my child's father for the past 6 years. He cheats on me a lot and we get into fights a lot. Otherwise from that, he takes care of the baby and me. I used to be in love with him, but I don't love him anymore. His ways push me away from him. I even got into a fight with other girls over him when I saw underwear in his house that didn't belong to me. However, I broke it off with him. He would sometimes say crazy things, but I don't pay him any mind. I am now dating an older man who is 29 years older than I am, and I love him. He satisfies me sexually. He shows me love. However, he doesn't give me money often, but he buys me whatever I want to eat and other things. He says that I am going to be okay. I just need to have a little patience with him. However, he has a baby mother that lives overseas. He says that he is not in love with her. It's just that she is doing some things for him. I don't believe him at times. He makes me think twice whenever he's on the phone talking to his baby's mother. The way he talks to her makes me get very upset because it seems to me that he still loves her. I am confused and frustrated. What do you think I should do, WRA? Please give me your advice. Alright, first of all, let me just skim through this letter and see the bullet points. Okay, so the first guy, she has a baby with him, but she no longer loves him because of things he does, and she gets into fights, a lot of fights with him. Secondly, she is now with a man who is 29 years older than she is, and he gives her money sometimes, but he satisfies her sexually. So, and he also has a child with a woman who is overseas. So she's wondering what she should do. She's confused between both guys. Alright, so here is where the meat of the matter is. I'm gonna start with the second part, with the second dude. Let's talk about the second dude first, and then we're gonna talk about the first dude. Alright, second dude, he's 29 years older than her. He satisfies her sexually. He's older than her. She loves him, but he has a child with a woman overseas. He talks to the woman who lives overseas quite regularly on the phone, and sometimes when she's around him and hears their conversation, she gets jealous. My question is, what exactly is she doing for him that he has to be on the phone so regularly with her? Mind you, they have a child together, so that is understandable. But she didn't say that he's on the phone talking with her about the child. He's on the phone very regularly with her talking about stuff. She didn't say what the stuffs are, but I wouldn't be surprised if the woman living overseas is actually, or she might plan to marry this dude and he's just using this young woman as some sort of sexual, what I should say, sexual gratification while he's here and his child's mother is overseas. So it seems that he is talking to his child's mother. Probably they are arranging a marriage, I'm not sure, but what else could they be talking about apart from the child? Because the letter writer didn't say that he's actually on the phone talking about the child with the mother regularly. She says that he's on the phone talking with the child's mother about stuffs. So personally, I wouldn't be surprised if the child's mother is actually planning to take this guy up with her, meaning they're making plans to be together overseas. So they might be making marriage plans or what other plans. Secondly, he satisfies her sexually. Yeah, that is that. Thirdly, he doesn't give her money. Well, I'm not saying that a woman should be dependent on a man for money, but it seems like whenever she needs stuff or whenever she wants stuff, he has to buy it for her. And that to me is kind of a red flag. Why would he have to buy the stuffs for her? Why can't he just give her the money to buy the stuffs that she needs? Why does she have to depend on him to buy her the stuffs? That's kind of a red flag. So it seems like he doesn't trust her enough to give her money to spend. Alright, so this second guy sounds like he's just using her temporarily for sexual gratification, and that's it. Now on to the first guy. They met when they were young, and they met when they were young. They have been together for currently 5 years. They have a child together. He takes care of the child, she admits, but the relationship between herself and him, it has gone rocky. Because, as she says, he constantly cheats on her, and sometimes she finds stuff in the house, underwear mostly, that she knows doesn't belong to her. So, along with that, they get into fights regularly, and because of things he says and does, she doesn't love him anymore. So with regards to that, I would say that she should still be in contact with him, in terms of, because he's the father of her child, of their child, of his child. So they share a child together. So in terms of that, I think that she should still speak to this gentleman in terms of keeping a relationship between him, herself, and the child. She should speak to him in terms of letting him be there in the child's life. But it seems that they're never going to have a quote-unquote good relationship together, because they have already been together for 5 years. The relationship has gone rocky. They've had fights, arguments over other women, stuffs he said, and most importantly, she says she does not love him anymore. So, because she doesn't love him anymore, I don't think personally that she's ever going to. I don't think there's ever going to be any rekindling of the love between them. So my personal, and this is just my personal opinion, All this advice that I give to people is my personal opinion. My personal opinion is that I think she should just keep a relationship with him, in terms of, because he's the father of their child, that she should keep him in the loop. That type of relationship, but not a relationship in terms of being sexually active and living together and all that. So I think she should keep him in the child's life, that type of relationship. But otherwise, I don't think there's going to be any rekindling of sparks between the both of them. So first relationship to me is a dud, but keep the young man in the child's life, because every child needs a father and a mother. Every child needs both parents. Now back to the second dude. I think that he's just using you. I think he's just using you for sexual gratification, nothing else. I think the reason why he's on the phone so often with his child's mother, who lives overseas, is because probably they're planning to get married or something like that. That's why they're on the phone so often. And from what you have told me, they're not talking about the child they have together. They're talking about stuffs, and stuffs, the way you put it, doesn't mean, or the stuffs you're talking about isn't about the child that they have. Stuffs is about stuffs that he's not telling you, and probably he's just using you for sexual gratification until he can be with the child of his mother. And it seems also he doesn't trust you with money. He has to buy the stuff that you want. He buys stuff that you need. You have to ask him to buy you stuff. He very rarely gives you money. That type of relationship doesn't seem like it's going any further either. So that's just my opinion, young miss. So if anybody listening to this video who can give her better advice, leave a comment below. Tell me what you think you would tell her. But my personal advice is, these two dudes, they have come to no good. So I think she should just settle down, focus on her child, and find somebody else who would love her for her and that she can see eye to eye with. So that's it, folks. Thanks for listening. This is WRA, Wayne's Relationship Advice. Until the next time, please subscribe, leave a comment below, and like and share. This is WRA, Wayne's Relationship Advice, and I'm out of here. Until the next time.